Congress narrowly avoided a government shutdown last year, as you know. So, will this solution between now and September 30th be a short term solution, or is it just continuing to kick the can down the road? What does a long term solution look like?
You're full of great questions today, Brittany.
Thank you. I'll tell my boss. Thank you.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with this is that we start making progress as soon as we get back, and so we're teeing up things like our defense appropriations, homeland, state and foreign ops, and as I understand it, maybe agriculture, and work on getting those four passed. We can do that and get the other ones in line to get through. Then I think we're getting closer to September 30th without any real issue. If we get close to September 30th, but we're making good headway on these things, a short CR may be in line. But one of the things that you really, again, going back to my Approach 101 analogy, is that people think, well, we'll just put in a continuing resolution. Continuing resolution gives the same amount of money as that's been spent to the administration, and so they can continue on in these failed policies that are already embedded in the structure that was made out by the last majority in the House and the Senate. And so if we want to change that, we have to pass our bills and the language that goes with that to dictate how the money is going to be spent. And we have to define and get the clarity on that to our members so they understand what it means, because I've heard some of the rhetoric that under the debt ceiling agreement, if we can't come to an agreement, then we'll do 99% of what we spend on a CR going into next year. We'll actually, if we do that, we'll actually be spending more money than if we do the proper appropriations process, passing our bills and negotiating with the Senate.
Senate
And we'll
Majority
have the failed policies.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer accused House Republicans and what he described as MAGA Republicans of playing political games over this. When you hear that, what's your reaction?
Well, I don't tell the Senate what to do, and I appreciate Senator Schumer's insight, but I think he's got some issues in the Senate too with things that are going on in promotions and other programs. So he can worry about the Senate, and we'll worry about the House. But I think Speaker McCarthy's done a hell of a job of organizing our group, being very straightforward with where we're at, and pushing the ball forward to make sure that we get to our appropriation bills that are securing spending at less than what the debt ceiling agreement has put in place.
One of your Republican colleagues, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, said, quote, "I've already decided I will not vote to fund the government unless we have passed an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden." You hear that, what's your response?
Well, the one thing we all agreed to at the beginning of conference, a number of things we agreed to, but one of them in particular was that we were going to follow regular order. And regular order means allowing the committees of jurisdiction to hold their hearings and do what's necessary. And so far, both the government oversight and judiciary, led by Jamie Comer and Jim Jordan, have been doing that. And so while they've had many hearings, I don't sit on either of them. It's from great reporters like yourself that I get the information, so it's not like I'm sitting in and listening to it day to day, but I've not seen facts or evidence that would at this point lead to that end result for me. Now, if there is enough going there and they want to put the case on for the conference and they think that there's enough that we need to do an impeachment inquiry, then so be it. But again, I think sometimes the sound bites at home, while it's great and it gets the crowd all revved up, when it comes to doing what's right and as far as what we've all agreed to in the conference and letting these committees do their work, I think it's a little premature at this point.
So just to clarify, you would not support an impeachment inquiry into President Biden at this point?
I didn't say that. At this point, I haven't seen any facts or evidence. When we get back, I'll have an opportunity, I hope, before they bring up the impeachment inquiry to make the case on why they need it. And certainly if it's something that what they've found so far would dictate that, then gladly we look forward to it. But I look at impeachment as one of those things that's once in a lifetime, and unfortunately becoming every other year, every other official type thing. So I really think that we're abusing the system, and it's not exactly how it was set up or meant to be used.